welcome to science class. Sorry I can't be with you there at Sheldon Leonard Junior High School today, but I have to be in traffic court again. Yeah, again. Um, so anyway, I know you've got a substitute there, but you never know what you're going to get when you get a substitute. So I decided, just to be on the safe side, uh, to make this science video for you today because, um, if I let the substitute teach you, you might get all confused. So today we're going to learn about light. What is light? Well, light is... No, I'm not going to tell you, because this is an inquiry lesson, and rather than tell you what light is, I'm going to let you explore light for a little bit and see if you can determine for yourself just what light really is. Before we can think about what light is, we need to think about what light isn't. Do you see this here? This is what light isn't. Dark. And this is what light is. See this? See how I can shine it on the car? It helps me to see the car better. That's what light can do. So how does light do that? Well, last night I looked up in Wikipedia about light, and I found out some very interesting things. First of all, light can be either a particle or a wave. Now, we're not going to talk too much about light being a particle, because that gets pretty confusing. You see, a particle is a form of speech, kind of like a gerund. I think that's right. And it's kind of confusing to figure out how light can be a form of speech. It's pretty complex, and you really need some college before you can understand that. So we're not going to talk about that too much today. If you really want to know about light being a part of speech, well, you might try reading a little light verse, or maybe just a little light reading. But seriously, I don't want to talk about light being speech because that's too confusing. Instead, I want to talk about light being a wave. Now, you all know what a wave is, right? Hi, hello, I'm waving. See me waving? See how my hand is kind of twinkle? Well, light can do that too. Light can twinkle. And that's how light is a wave. In addition to being a wave, light can also travel. And to illustrate that idea, I've made this short animation here that I would like you to take a look at. Okay, so you see there's no light, but then there's a click. Look at that. Why, it's from a light. And look, the light is traveling. And hey, there's cookies there. What do you know? Uh-oh, somebody's in trouble. So that shows you that light can travel. And light can do some other cool things too. For example, you can shine light through a prism. Let's do that and see what happens. Okay, so as you see, I'm shining light to the prism, and projected on the paper, well, you don't really see it because I guess I don't have the right equipment, but you should see a rainbow there on the paper. See on the paper there where the light's shining, that should be a rainbow. So I want you to imagine that there's a rainbow there because you see, that's what prisms do. Prisms turn light into rainbows. So let's add that definition into our vocabulary list. I want you to write prism and then turns light into a rainbow. Have you got that? Good. Okay, now, what are the colors of the rainbow? Well, it turns out there's certain specific colors in every rainbow. And those colors, to remember them, the order that they're in, those colors always spell the word olive. See, there's the word olive right there. So the first letter of olive is O, and that stands for orange. Orange is one of the colors of the rainbow. The next letter is L. That stands for, I think, lime green. Lime green. So that's orange, then lime green. And the next letter is I. And I don't remember exactly it's a type, it's like blue. Okay, it's something like Interglow or something, but it's kind of like bluish, but it begins with the letter I. And then V is violet. And then the E is, something's wrong. Because I know red is one of the colors of the rain. E must be R. It's not olive. Oh, it's not olive. It's Oliver. Oliver. So R is red, and those are the colors of the rainbow, and together they spell Oliver. So that's what a prism does. And if you want to remember how the colors of the rainbow are, you just remember Oliver, orange, lime green, that bluish color that begins with the letter I, violet, and red. Go ahead and write these in your vocabulary list. So, we have looked at a lot of different properties of light. We looked at how light works, what it does, how it travels, what it's made of, things like that. Now, I want you to think back of all the things we thought about today and all the stuff you experimented with, and I want you now to write your definition of light. So go ahead and write that down. What is light? Light is... Everybody got a definition? Good, good. Now I'll tell you my definition. Light is something you shine on stuff so that you can see it better. That's my definition of light. So, let's look at your definition, and let's look at my definition. Mine's probably a little better, isn't it? Yeah. So, what I want you to do now is go ahead and cross out your definition and write my definition in next to the word light in your vocabulary book. Okay? So, light is something you shine on stuff so that you can see it better. Good. Because that's the definition that will be on the test, and I want you all to do very well on the test. So, that's all we're going to do today with light, looking at light. I know you probably have a little bit of time left in the period, so you can just sit quietly at your desks, and if you've got any homework or something, you can do that. I do want you to be very nice to the substitute. You know, even if she is a little bit grumpy or maybe not too bright, we still need to be nice to her, or him, because, well, we need to be nice to people. So, that's all we've got for today, and hopefully I'll be back in class tomorrow, and see you then. Hi, this is Glenn Simonelli, the producer of Glenn's Science Videos. Stay tuned for an important message right after these credits. Hi, this is Glenn from Glenn's Science Videos. I really like producing the Glenn's Science Videos. I hope you enjoy them. I hope you learn a lot from them. They are rather expensive to produce, and I'm not yet making much money from them. By the time I pay the electrician and the engineers, makeup artists, costumes, all that, they run about $30,000 to $40,000 each, which is a lot of money to shell out of just, out of pocket like that. So I'm asking you for your help. To help raise money to bring you some more of Glenn's Science Videos. And what I've got this great offer for you. I've got a t-shirt that I want to show you. We can't all be YouTube stars like the way I am. But we can all pretend to be. And for those of you who like to pretend, I've got this great t-shirt here that I've made up. I think you'll really like it. I've got millions of these printed up that says, "I'm not a halfwit, but I play one on YouTube. And on the back, it says Glenn's Science Videos. Isn't that great? I'm pretty sure science is... Oh, I left the C out of science. I'll fix that. Really. But it says Glenn's Science Videos in the back. And you can get them in the two primary colors, black and white. Black ink against white background. We also have white ink on a white background, but it doesn't show up as well. And so I don't recommend that. These t-shirts are available in large, which is great if you are large. If you're not, like if you're, if a large is too big for you, well maybe someday you'll get bigger, especially if you're like a kid or something that really likes science. Well, someday you'll grow up and need a large. If a large is too small, well, when you get really, really old, sometimes your body starts to shrink a little bit. I know I'm not as tall as I used to be, so maybe someday you will be able to fit into a large. So get it and just set it aside. Now, these t-shirts, they cost only $14.95 each and $4 shipping. So that's, you can figure the total of that. If you're interested in one, just drop me an email. Send me an email at glennsciencevideos@yahoo.com. And be sure to put in the subject line, Glenn's I'm Not a Half-Wit, but I Play One on YouTube t-shirt offer, because otherwise my spam filter will just get rid of that. So drop me a line at glennsciencevideos@yahoo.com telling me how many you want. Let me know what size you want. Although if you ask for a size anything other than a large, I'll just probably have to write back and see if you want to have a large instead, or if you'd rather just have, say, a credit for a large t-shirt. But anyway, those are, like I said, $14.95 each plus $4 for shipping. If you don't want to pay the shipping charge, there's a way around that, because instead of just a regular t-shirt for $14.95, I can offer you a deluxe t-shirt. That's right, a deluxe t-shirt for $18.95. Now, I know what you're thinking. How's that cheap? Well, number one, with the deluxe t-shirt, I pay the shipping. That's right. There's no shipping charge. $18.95 is your total choice. And the other thing is they look very similar to these. So it's not like you're missing out by getting a deluxe. In fact, you're getting something better, because on the bottom here, what I'll do is I'll put on here deluxe model. Okay? So it'll say deluxe model right down there. And that'll be a deluxe t-shirt. And you don't have to pay the shipping, only $18.95. So once again, if you are interested in getting one of these fine t-shirts, just send me a note, an email at glennsciencevideos@yahoo.com. And like I said, remember to put in the subject line, Glenn's I'm Not a Nitwit, but I Play One on YouTube t-shirt offer. That way it'll get past my spam filter. Thank you for listening, and I look forward to seeing you again in future science videos. Bye.